Take us through the whole the ankle thing in the first quarter. What happened? What'd you have to do to get back in the game? And then coming back in, how'd it feel?
Man, this ankle thing has been a problem since my freshman year, so I'm kind of used to it by now. It hurts at first, and I'm a little bit dramatic, and then I go to the sideline, get retaped, run around on it, and it hurts. It hurts now, but it's something that I have been playing through and can continue to play through, so I wanted to be out there on the court with my teammates and just had to get back in the right headspace, and I'll deal with recovery tonight and tomorrow, and it'll be fine.
When you say you got dramatic, were you really mad? Were you upset? What was the emotions?
I mean, pain is. I think I have a low pain tolerance, so at first the shock, and you're kind of feeling, how bad is this ankle? I just rolled it. Let's check it out with the doctor. He's like, yeah, I think it's just sprained. I'm like, okay, it's nothing crazy. I've been through this before, so let's get back in the game as soon as I can.
So feel pretty good. Knocked down a couple threes when you came back in.
Yep. Felt pretty good. Also, once you get out there and you start playing, your mind is on so many other things that I'm not even thinking about my ankle anymore.
Hey, Oko, the two very different halves when it comes to the offense. A lot of turnovers in the first half. Second half was. What was your difference in the second half? Why was your game more successful?
Yeah, I think it just came down to settling into our offense, and I think that's been like a theme game to game, and tonight it just took longer. I think just like timing wise, and then trusting that. Like, I think the second half I was more confident that the guards were going to get it in. Where the first half I was like, I think they see me. I don't know if they think they can get the pass in. So I think that was the biggest difference. Yeah.
Going off of that, saw it against Cincinnati, saw it a little bit early tonight where sometimes it has been a struggle sometimes to get it into you. What are teams doing to defend the pass to you?
Yeah, I think so. Like what we have been seeing is just a double team off the bat, but then when we skip it, typically it's open. And then in transition, it's typically open. So just finding early opportunities and then knowing, Coach Mitty calls it the hockey assist, like the guards knowing, okay, I can't get it in, but once I pass it once or twice, then that's going to be a good opening. And then like playing well against their defense, knowing like if they're switching, knowing we're going to have it on like fake handoffs or ghosting it, just like those types of things. Yeah.
You scored the first 9 points of the second half. Is there a feeling you get when you can kind of when you're starting to kind of take over a game like that?
That's a great question. Is there a feeling I get? I don't think when I'm in it, I don't think so. I think I'm just like, I think I'm very present. I think I'm very like intentional with like my post ups. But then once we get going, I'm like, oh, like that was a really good stretch. Like I can't tell that one's like when I'm in it, but then a few minutes go by, we keep playing. I'm like, oh, okay, that was pretty good. And my teammates do a good job of like helping me celebrate those things. So, yeah.
Yeah, had to play a lot of that first quarter without Serena, and obviously, there's great reserves who can fill in for her. But what is it? What is the difference like when Serena's on the court versus when she's off?
Yeah, I think. I mean, first, I have all the confidence in anyone who's running point. I think Taryn has done a great job stepping in at any time when, like, Serena can't take it or when Serena's playing off the ball. So, like, I'm not at all ever worried about it. I think the difference, I mean, obviously, me and Serena have played together longer, so it's a bit easier to read, like, her drives and when she wants to dump it. But I think Taryn did a great job of, like, doing that tonight. Like she had a lot of great assists, and like there was a lot of good stretches. So there's a difference, but when I'm playing, I don't know if I really can tell. I mean, obviously her hitting 2 threes coming back in, I was like, she's back. So and she's hot, but yeah.
For both of you, what has it been about third quarters this year? I mean, that seems to be the quarter where you really kick it into gear and just kind of boat race opponents?
What do you think?
I think first of all we'd like to have that jump sooner in the game and make adjustments sooner, but I think one of our biggest things that's been helping us is in half times we go in the locker room and before Coach Mitty's even in there, we're talking to each other about offensively what are we seeing, defensively what are we seeing, without any coaches involved, and I think that's been a big thing going out in the third quarter. And we knew this game that we did not play very well the first half, so thought we were all just really focused on going out second half and practicing the things that we know make us good and putting those out into the court and executing well. So
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. I think this year, I think we just also know we don't like to dig a hole. Like, I think digging a hole in the third quarter is something that none of us want to do. And we just know the importance of the first 5 minutes. So, yeah, I think it's just, something that we lock in on.
You mentioned Taryn. You guys are upperclassmen. You've made the adjustment from smaller towns to big-time basketball. What's your assessment now, non-con's over, of the contributions of the freshmen, specifically Taryn Sides and Walker?
I think they're just really fun to play with. Like Yoki was saying, I think that was a tough question of how it is when I'm off the court, but she's done a great job of, we want that transition when I'm off the court to be as smooth as possible, and we don't play exactly the same, but she's going to get in the game and take care of the ball and make good reads and be a floor general in a way. So I think she's done a great job, but just with her leadership, and obviously Zai is someone who can come in and create for herself and give us baskets that we need and stretches where we can't seem to score the ball. So they've both just been really huge players for us this year, and they're doing their roles really well.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they've done a really good job of just adjusting to the role that they're in. I think with Amani, once we started conference, I feel like I've seen just a big confidence boost in how she's playing, especially on defense and offense. She's finishing really well. So that's been just so fun to see. And then Zai, Serena couldn't have said it better, and Taryn's also just done a great job, and they're all fun to play with. They all provide, I think, a spark of energy, and just on offense and defense, good minutes for us. So, yeah.
I want to bounce off of that. Ayoka, I'm sure there's not a single player on this team that you haven't coached in one way or another about how to lob the basketball to you.
Yeah.
From maybe not so much game one, but maybe day one to now, how much has the trust grown with Taryn in getting the ball to you?
Oh, man. It's grown a lot. What comes to my mind right off the bat is when my individuals coming back, man, I had to catch so many bounce passes from the coach doing individuals with me, because they're like, Taryn needs to bounce. We're teaching Taryn to bounce it too. And I was like, oh. But she's done just a great job of being able to read the defense. She lobbed one up to me tonight, which it was a great pass. Coach Mitty's been on her about not jumping and passing. So, but yeah, the trust has grown a lot, and I know, we've talked about it, so I know from her side she, trusts that I will chase whatever pass she's going to give me, and I think I trust all our guards, really, with their passes. I mean, sometimes it takes a little bit to settle in with the defense, but I'm confident all of them will get it.
I think another thing, too, I remember my freshman year, I didn't realize how easy it was going to be just to kind of throw it up there, playing with an All-American center, so I think she's been adjusting to that too, coming from high school basketball, not having, I don't know her team, but a true, forceful, powerful post player, so I think she's done a great job.
Yeah, I remember the first time I played 3-on-3, it was me, her, and Beck. She was like, oh my goodness, that was just so easy. Yeah. She was just, but no, she's done a great job.
I remember that too.
Yeah. Yeah.